Welcome to your reading for January 2022 Capricorns. This is just a general reading for the month. I was going to try to keep it super short. Normally you'll see me do the prayer, pull the cards, etc. in my videos. Someone who's been watching, any of my subscribers, the few that I have, bad manifesting, all of my wonderful subscribers, I greatly appreciate. So for those of you that have been subscribed, you may have noticed I have not been posting recently. I got sick just before Thanksgiving with what was supposed to be just a regular head cold. Unfortunately, I did not do as I... It's one of those do as I say, not as I do moments. Do as I'm supposed to do. I was not taking good enough care of myself. And it ended up turning into bronchitis, which I am just now getting over. So having said that, I don't really want to repeat this for all of the readings. But I did want to let you guys know why yours is kind of half and half here. I was originally going to, which I've done a few times in other videos, go through the whole thing, get the gist of it, and then just give a quick summary, just because I'm still having trouble talking. But it doesn't quite feel like that's how this is supposed to go. So I did pull the cards as I was guided to. And this is a new deck for me. The general energy for you, yourself, this month is the Ace of Hearts in reverse. And it says, this is the number 11, if it has anything to do, like if it's important to anybody. I do feel like this is a twin flame thing. The fox in close proximity, distrust of acquaintances who are seeking to betray you. In the reverse, I get the energy of more like it's at the opposite, like a direct opposite. Whereas in upright, this card, and like I said, these cards are extremely different from how I would normally read an Ace of Hearts. Having anything to do with trust just threw me for a loop. But in the reverse, it's showing me that, and I did get a very positive feeling from this, that it was more a matter of you kind of being in this very anticipatory energy. I'm going to get to the challenge in a minute, because what I noticed, and you have a lot of matches here, what I noticed is that you, for those of you that are walking this twin flame journey, and you see the numbers up here, so I'm not going to mention every single one of them. And we're going to ignore this right now, because this is your thought. This is what I was given, was that these are the thoughts that you're sending out. This is what you're manifesting. It may not be your exact desire, but this is what you're manifesting. And I'm getting that it kind of corresponds with the challenge itself, which is that you're manifesting that divine partnership, that companionship. For some of you, and I'm actually hearing for some of you, it's not 100% all about the twin flame or the soulmate, but there's a few of you that are trying to manifest specific types of connections. And I'm not talking about jobs or careers. I'm talking about potentially healing with family members or loved ones. But the lesson is going to be the same, whether you are, or the challenge, whether you're trying to manifest that soulmate connection or that twin flame connection, or whether you're manifesting healing with the family. The challenge then that was coming in energy-wise was the Queen of Diamonds. Now, I read the diamonds to be swords. So you're wanting truth in this connection. You're wanting honesty. You're wanting somebody of integrity, somebody who is a straight shooter, and that might be part of the issue. It's the wording in which you're manifesting. You want truth, you want honesty, you want a straight shooter, you want somebody that you can rely upon. I'm hearing the word rely upon. However, the challenge is that you yourself, it's not that you're not a straight shooter. It's not that you're not being honest. It's that you're focusing on those words. And they're literally showing me these like I'm literally in my head seeing these go back and forth between diamonds and hearts. And they're reminding me of the importance of that. Like, you're focused on this very practical aspect of truth and honesty and integrity and trustworthiness in all matters, in financial stability. Just someone that is there for you. If we're talking about a significant other type of relationship, when we're talking about family, we're talking about somebody that you can trust, that is on your side. What's manifesting because of that is the Five of Swords. So you have, but in a regular deck, now I'm reading it more as the stability. In a regular deck, the Five of Swords is about arguments and fights. What you're manifesting, though, is, I get a little bit of the Five of Sword energy, but not in terms of an outward fight, but more of that you're manifesting isn't going to meet your expectations, is what I'm hearing. You will be successful in manifesting. However, you can speed this lesson up. They're drawing my attention. I was going to go to the other side first, but they're drawing my attention to this one. So the Seven of Spades. Why am I seeing it looks like a lot of little faces to me. In this deck, it says the clouds with the dark side toward the person indicates divorce. The bright side toward the person ensures domestic happiness. I just keep getting drawn to this. It's like there's this devaluation in your past because of traumas. And the angels are saying, in terms of the divine spirit, it's absolutely understandable that you are where you're at in your healing process, whatever that phase may be, but there is still a little bit of healing to do when you're, because of past incidences, past things where someone might have, and this is exactly what I'm getting, what they're talking about is there may have been instances in your past where you had someone in your life that was extremely loving, extremely kind to you, but they weren't trustworthy. They maybe lied to you, cheated on you, even though they were telling you to your face that they loved you and bringing you gifts. For a child, it may have been somebody who was constantly, looked good. They were doing, looked like they were doing what they were supposed to, but then they were sneaking out when they weren't supposed to. Siblings, same kind of thing. It's people in your life who were very, very loving, but you came not to trust that part of it because of the lies that were told or the untrustworthy behavior. And so now you're completely focused on that very masculine, cut to the chase, I'm hearing ride or die attitude, but that doesn't quite make sense to me. So I think that's for a specific person. To ride or die means that they would never lie to you. They would always have your back, and you're going to always be able to trust them. Ride or die does not necessarily mean that to everybody. So this is for a specific person who sees it that way. And that term may actually have a specific meaning for you. But for the rest, the Capricorns that I'm speaking to. It's just a general, very much you've been focused on manifesting people who are stable, but who are also very blunt, very straightforward, will not lie to you. You've been hurt so badly in the past, you may even be so stringent as to, if your significant other was to first before answering the question, do I look fat in this dress or do I look bad in this suit, you'd be ready to cut them down at the knees and say, oh, you're lying, or oh, you're about to lie. That's it. You're so triggered by that kind of behavior. And what they want me to draw your attention to is that past chaos is affecting your manifesting now, whereas they're just trying to gently encourage you to maybe be a little bit more balanced in your manifesting. Don't throw out the good with the bad. Don't throw out the things about those people that made you happy, the expressions of love, the compassion, the kindness, because you're going to want those things too in a relationship. If you go to the other extreme and you just have someone who's, maybe they don't do all those things for you that you used to love, but they're absolutely truthful, they still may not make you happy, because balance is very, very important. What this brings forward in your manifesting is, or into, not in the manifesting itself, but into, it's affecting things in your future actions. Sorry, as I said, I'm still a little dehydrated and a little tired. We've got the Two of Clubs. They are drawing me to mention the number 46, 4 and 6. It's 10. The one and everything. The number 10, I was told, long story behind that, but I was, as it was explained to me by Spirit, or God, the number 10 is an interesting number because it is both the number 1, which represents all oneness of all things. It also has the number 0, which is both as a symbol for the never-ending circle of life, the never-ending circle of energy. And within it holds nothing, and yet from it comes everything. I'm not sure what that will mean to somebody. You have the potential, though, to manifest in a much better way than what you're doing, is what I'm hearing. And you have the potential to derail yourself from what you truly want. In other words, creating another lesson that might not necessarily be, that is not necessary if you take heed and start to pay attention to your linguistics, pay attention to your self-talk, pay attention to the wording of when you're manifesting, so that you can manifest what you actually desire. They had me do this. This is a Celtic cross, but they had me do this a little different, or at least what the meanings were. So this is what was this one? How you see yourself. Ace of Spades. Warns against assault, which threatens and will occur sooner or later, according to its. That's what they're talking about, the linguistics. For some of you, for many of you, they're saying there has been a lot of self-sabotaging self-talk when it comes to manifesting what you're desiring. When you're desiring to have a healed relationship with someone from the past or present, when we're talking about family, or when you're desiring to bring about that new person, when what's in the back of your head is all of the times that you've ever been wounded, all of the times someone has ever shoved a sword in your back, lied to you, betrayed you, it becomes impossible for you to manifest anything but that. That's the derailing they were talking about. This is how you see yourself. You see yourself as someone who's constantly being lied to, that this is something constantly people do. Whereas what they want you to do is start learning to talk to yourself in a way that promotes positive actions. This one is how you see the world. 5 of Hearts. The moon is near. Oh, the moon when near is a good omen. It predicts fortune. When distant, it exposure of your secrets. Again, it's that self-talk thing. How can you manifest something you don't believe exists, is what they're saying to me. And it really is that simple. If your belief, the belief that needs to change within yourself, is that everybody lies, everybody is dishonest, nobody tells you the truth, nobody can keep a secret, if those are the self-talk things that are in the back of your subconscious mind, then it's going to be impossible to manifest what you truly desire, what your heart desires, because how can you manifest something that doesn't exist? And if your subconscious mind believes it doesn't exist, then it can't bring it to fruition. It always has to prove you correct. So you've got to break those chains. You've got to break those ties and start manifesting what you want. What the divine wants for you. Number 23. The ring, when to the right of the person, is an unerring indication of a rich and happy marriage. This was to the right, of course, from my reading standpoint. Again, this is when I'm not saying marriage, and they want me to make this clear. They're not indicating, that you're going to get married this year or in January. However, if you're manifesting that perfect soulmate, and I'm using the word perfect as in their version of it, which would be balanced, someone who is honest, but can also be tactful, who might not tell you look fat in that dress, but they might say, sweetheart, I love the blue one better. It complements you more. I love your eyes in it. They can be tactful. It's somebody who knows compassion as well as honesty, who can be stable but can also be flexible. Someone who is your yin to your yang, is what they're saying. And when it comes to healing relationships, it's about having faith that just like you're growing and just like you're changing, that the person that you're hoping to heal the relationship with, that they too are growing and changing. And no matter what they may have done in the past, they are capable of doing better in the future. The divine wants for you what you want. It's just they're trying to show you how to get it. The potential outcome, and I always say potential because we always have we always have the ability to ignore things and put ourselves on a more difficult path if we choose. But the potential outcome is the Jack of Hearts, and it's funny. The Jack would be like the Knight of Hearts. So somebody making a love offer. Typically in tarot, they're seen riding in on a horse, so they're a little bit more quick moving, expressive of their love. They're also wanting me to draw attention to the fact that although this is not yet a king, we are talking about, so they may still be in a state of learning. Maybe they have told a lie or two in their past, but maybe they have learned from it, and so they don't lie now. Or maybe they, are only going to lie to you when they're trying to hide your birthday present, or whatever that state may be. Maybe that's not their flaw. Maybe it's something else. Maybe they're not the most stable with their financials yet, and you're going to have to keep track of the bank balance. However that plays out, and it's going to be different for everybody because we all have our own paths. What they're pointing out to me is that for those of you, especially, that are manifesting a soulmate or a twin flame union, there is potential for this person to, either for the new person to come in because of your manifestations, or depending on how far things went with a past person. And with the past person, they are emphasizing, we're talking about the family, we're talking about the children, we're talking about whoever you're learning this lesson through, that healing and reconciliation are very possible in January. For those of you that are manifesting or trying to manifest a balanced union, that is possible that this person could come in for you. They are saying towards the tail end of January, but in January. So that is your reading for this evening. If it resonates with you, or if you like the reading at all, please give it a subscribe and a like. It really does help. And I hope you have a wonderful January. And I was really happy to be able to do this reading for you, because it looks like someone's going to have the potential to get their true mate here. So, happy January, Capricorns.